And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. All right, let's get this rolling, shall we? All right, so the first thing we're going to do here today, we're working on power. And in fact, we're getting ourselves a nuclear reactor from a very, very nice mod known as Reactor. Okay, so what we're going to do... Sorry about that. That was not intentional. I hit the wrong button. So let's go for graphite. No, I want neutron reflector. It's in a work table. Right. So we need to get ourselves some graphite. And of course, we're still cooking it over here. Just a quick friendly reminder, you have to use coal dust from Rotary Craft. You can't use pulverized coal or anything else. So you have to do it in a grinder from Rotary Craft. I know it's irritating, but it's the only way you can do it. All right, so we got that. We got that. We got this. You got any more graphite over here? We just need to wait until this thing. Just want to wait until this thing actually stops running. That's going to take a while. All right. So the neutron reflector. Okay. So let's start at the beginning. Rotary Craft has a different way of handling reactors. Okay. It's very different from what the rest of us are probably used to from things like industrial craft. The reason for that is that Reactor Craft takes a realistic approach to running a nuclear power plant. What does that mean for us? Well, that means that we need to remember our efficiency, our cost, our power production, and how to turn that power into something useful. And all of that means that we're going to be spending an absolute metric ton of resources on this project. Okay? Like, I seriously hope you guys know that. It's going to be a lot of resources. On the other hand, it's probably going to mean that I won't have to build a power generator for the rest of this entire series. Seriously, I'm not even being... All right. Oh, gosh. This is going to take forever. Okay, so while I'm clicking on this, so the basic way that a fission power plant works is by, well, causing nuclear fission. That may sound somewhat self-explanatory, but it is the truth. Okay, so how does it do that? Well, it takes material that is highly unstable and has a natural decay rate. And as it decays, neutrons are thrown off of it. The neutrons hit something else that's also a large atom that's unstable, and it causes fission to occur, generating more neutrons. In essence, it's a chain reaction. You'll sometimes hear about nuclear bombs being runaway chain reactions. That's pretty accurate. All right, so let's get down here. Now, what we're doing here right now is... Oh, crud. Okay. Ow. What we're doing down here in our brand new reactor chamber is we're putting in some reflectors, okay? And what those reflectors are going to do is they cause some of the neutrons that the reactor produces to bounce back and hit the reactor itself. That concrete you see, you've probably been sitting around wondering why I built this giant concrete thing. That concrete is to prevent the neutrons from exiting the reactor and, hurting the player. That being me. I'd rather not get irradiated. Rika, unlike some other mods, institutes some pretty harsh penalties for getting too close to a reactor power plant. You don't want to find out about them. So these reflectors are going to increase the... There we go. Increase the efficiency of our reactor by reflecting neutrons back into the core. This is sort of realistic. Sort of. Most reactors don't really have reflectors lining them. They don't need to because of the core geometry, etc., etc., etc. Science and reasons in physics. Suffice to say, core geometry inside an actual reactor is a little bit more complicated than what we're using here, because Rika has abstracted things. For example, there's no requirement for a pressure vessel around the reactor and all that sort of junk. Oh, well then. Right, because I got into it the weird way that I wasn't really supposed to get into it. Oh, that's where I put my phone. You know, you only notice when you put your phone when it starts vibrating in your pocket, and you're like, wait a second, why is my jacket buzzing? Huh, that's new. Okay, so the other things we're going to need for this reactor are, of course, going to be reactor units, right? 1, 2, 3, there are 9 of them. Caesarian. That's the same shape as something, you know, easy, like a, what's that thing called? Oh yeah, crafting bench. 3x3 pattern? Yeah, I should know what that happens up to. So it's 3x3x3. Or it's, yeah, 3x3x3 should equal 27. So what that means is we need some, oh gosh, there we go. Fuel cores. All right. We need fuel canisters, which, okay. So let's start doing some maths. Okay. That's actually exactly the reason why I have my laptop sitting next to me. Okay. So each of these is 4 CdINAg alloys. Okay. So that's 4 times 2 times 27. 216. Well then. I need 216 CdIN whatever alloys. CdINAg. Okay. And if I So, let's do it this way, all right? Because Rika's recipes aren't showing up again, we should probably run back and get our Reactor Craft Handbook, unless I chucked it in the ME system, which I may have. Nope, all right. So, because NEI is being silly again, 216, I hope I have enough. Jeez, okay. None of this stuff is too easy to come by the way, so it could be a little bit. So 216, right? 1, 2, 3, and 24. Okay. So let's see. Reactor Craft Handbook. Oh, I don't want this one. I need my Reactor Craft Handbook. And of course I go chucking it on the ground like a derp. All right, so let's see. Info. Right. Resources. No. Fuel core, fuel canister. I'm starting to think it would actually be in, yeah, someplace where I'm not used to it. Fluorite, DU, waste pellets. Yeah, okay. So let's say CD. Okay, so I think that's silver, indium, and cadmium. I think so, yeah. All right, so 1, 2. Okay, 2 and 24. I don't have enough indium, I don't think. Well, 1, 2. And 24. Oh. And silver. That's 1, 2. And 24. Except it's 1, 2, 3, and 24, I think. Right? 64 times 3. Oops. 64 times 3. Math was Caesarian. Plus 24. Yep. Yep. That's 216. So I need 3 stacks of each of these. All right, so I need more cadmium. Thank you. And I need more indium. I don't have more indium. All right, well, that'll have to do for right now. So let's get another stack of silver out, and let's go make this. All right, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go to the nether, all right? And if you remember, I have my giant steam thingy bobber out there in the nether. That's going to be useful. That's actually going to be wicked useful for us, all right? And what I think we'll do is we're going to build from the bottom up in this build. And when we run out, okay? So when I run out of material, I just run out of material, and all I'm going to do after that is just say, okay, well, I'll finish the rest of this off camera. I at least want to get the basics outlined for you guys. So let's go like that, like that, like that. I think we can turn this thing on. It's never easy, is it? I actually sat down to record this episode. Now you want to work. Oops. There we go, and now it's running. Great. Oh, you can't stack it in there, and we have to just let it run. And we have to let the jet turbine run as well. So this is going to take a little bit of time. This is going to take a lot of bit of time. All right, so why don't I bring you guys back in once that lot of bit of time has passed and we have some progress to show for it. And we are back, guys. Thankfully, I realized I made something of a silly error, and I forgot that you got 3 of those alloy for every one that you, for every combination of 3 metals. So I didn't actually need as much as I made, but it'll still be useful in the future, I think. I hope. Otherwise, just made a whole bunch of stuff for nothing. All right, so let's do that, or do that, and that, and that, and this, and this, and this, and this. All right, so let's see what we need to make. So we need to make ourselves some of these fuel cores. All right, so we need 27, so I need 54 of them. Okay, so we need 54 fuel canisters. All right. All right, let's see how many chests we have. We have this many. Okay. So why don't we make ourselves, using some wood, a pattern for these. And then we'll drop that into our molecular assembler. We have 4 of them, so let's go chest. And let's get missing 89. All right, so we need some wood. So let's do 2 stacks of wood. We can throw it into the sawmill. And let's do that. And let's throw the oak wood in there. And honestly, I completely forget how many of these I get per operation. Like, I just don't remember at all. Okay, so let's go chest. We'll say 50 of them. 35. We are missing... Does this auto-update as time goes on? No. No, it doesn't. All right. Start the crafting, please. Yep. Isn't this exciting? What I'll do is I'll just let that run. Okay. What else do we need for a fuel core? Okay, so we need 4. All right, so we're going to need 27 hoppers. So that means another 27 chests. Great. And I don't even know if I have enough iron to do this. So, do I have any hoppers laying around? Yeah, so I need 25 of those. Okay. So let's see. Let's go chest. I need another, how many? 27 of these? You still running over there? Yeah, okay. And that's going to spit those out for us. So let's come over here. We do that. Okay. Now, we're also going to need HSLA. We need more HSLA. We need a bunch more HSLA. Let's see if I have any more in my... Oh, I left that thing running. Yeah, I left my stove on. It's not really my stove, but I left it running. Did I move you already? Yeah, I did. Okay. We're going to need more iron before we can do much more with this, unfortunately. Unless I got some more in here. Nope. Okay. Yeah, Yep, we're going to need more iron. That is unfortunate. We just don't have a lot of it right now. Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, so we can at least get some of this going. So let's go HSLA. So we need 27 of these things. 27 times 2. 54. Okay, and we definitely do not have enough HSLA to do the rest of this. That's really irritating. Okay, well, we can at least get started with it. All right, so let's look up at that iron. While I'm here, I can do that. And let's see, did I ever set up the auto processing downstairs? I don't think I did. Or at least I think I got started with it and then forgot about it. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Okay, so we'll just chunk that export bus in there. You having any issues there, buddy? Yeah, you should be exporting iron ore. Okay, there we go. So it's running. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're going to need to put a capacity card upgrade in there to allow us to designate more ores to be processed. But until that happens, we should be okay. All right, so that's going to run. Let's look at what we need for... Right. So, I need 27 hoppers. I need to make 25 hoppers. So then let's get some iron out. We'll do that. And then let's get rid of those chests that we have in there just so we can... Oh, look at that. We actually did have enough iron. Ah! Alright, so we'll put that there, and then we just need some more HSLA. And that is sand, coal, and redstone. Oh, yeah, and some iron. So let's get 2 more stacks worth of HSLA. If you notice, I am very, 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 very rapidly running out of iron. These mods are very iron intensive, almost across the board. So it's a little... unfortunate in some respects. We are going to have to build something to do some mining for us. And thankfully, a mod that I've been waiting on before I started doing that is finished. So, yes, there was a mod that I was waiting on. Oh, it's not redstone, it's gunpowder. Derp. That is what we like to call a super derp. All right, so let's come charging over here somewhere. Right, we need to get some gunpowder for this. Yeah, crafting anything from Reactor Craft is not the easiest thing in the world. Generally, Reactor Craft, as I said, goes realistic and also high cost, but the rewards are also huge. So yes, all right, so let's go with a, what did I need? Gunpowder, right. Oh, awesome. We have more than a stack of gunpowder. And I know we have a lot of that alloy laying around, but that's neither here nor there. I wish there was another metal we could use instead of the HSLA. Maybe like aluminum? Maybe? Question mark? That would be nice. Aluminum? At least for some of the stuff like, I don't know, making hoppers. That would be something really nice to see, would be like a hopper recipe with aluminum. I could add one in using Mindtweaker, I guess. I mean, it's installed on my system, so... Ah, stop that. All right, so that's going to run. Operative time is 7.5 seconds. Okay, well, that's not too bad. I wonder if there is an alternate for hopper that uses aluminum. Nope, just nether iron. Okay, that's too bad. I was really being quite hopeful there. And yes, as I said, HSLA, you will use a lot of it. What's that? A Matura hopper? Oh, blaze rods in a chest. Oh, okay. And that's... I can use, oh, any sort of wood log to get 4 of them. Interesting. Huh. Fuse wood. That was interesting. Oh, right, that's the tree that explodes when you try and chop it. Right, I remember that now. Alright, so we're going to do that. And we're waiting, and we're waiting. Okay, how much do I have here now? Over a stack? That should be good. In addition to what I have left, that should be more than good. Now, I'm also going to need a lot of HSLA for those boilers, for the water boilers that we need, to really make this work. But until I get that, this should be fine. Yeah, I said water boilers, didn't I? Yeah, it's going to be all sorts of fun. We're going to need to get a lot of water flowing into this thing, because this thing will get hot. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. So what were we doing? Right, we're building this thing. Okay, so let's come over here. Let's do that. And that. And hopefully I have at least 40 HSLAs laying around over here somewhere. Not 40, but close enough. All right, so let's do this just to get this rolling. I really wish you could shift click out of this thing. It would make my life so much easier. All right, we're going to save the rest of our HSLA. So now we need to make ourselves some water boilers, courtesy of Reactor Craft. I think they just call it a boiler. Yep, steam boiler. Okay, so we just need some reservoirs, HSLA steel, right. Okay, and we're going to need a lot of those as well. So let's just get... Nope. Okay. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So let's see what we need for the reservoir. More base panels. Okay, so we're just pretty much going to make all of this stuff into base panels. Yeah, okay. That's not going to get us a lot, is it? That is not going to get us a lot at all. I should have just finished these things. So I can get 5 of them. All right, so we're going to have to get ourselves a bunch more HSLA. That's fine. So what we're going to do is remembering that we need to maximize the amount of neutrons that are interacting with the fuel cores. Okay. And the way we're going to do that is by, and these are where the fuel cores are going to live. Oops. There we go. Making sure that they're in the cardinal directions. Because in Reactor Craft, energy is only directed out, or the neutrons are only sent out in the cardinal directions. So we don't have to worry as much. We don't have to worry about the up-down, basically. Which is why you see down here that this is completely unshielded. Because, to be frank, we don't have to worry about it. But my name's not Frank, you say. And my response to that would be quiet, you know what I was saying. Okay, so the way this is going to work is that those blocks in between are going to be boilers, okay? And those boilers are going to be heated up by the neutrons that are traveling in between the different fuel cores, all right? Any neutrons that are sent this way, so to the edge from these edge reactors, are going to go out and hit the reflectors and hopefully be bounced back into the core where they further cause a fission, where they cause fission. So that's kind of in a hopefully realm. I've tested this off camera, it works. The biggest issue is going to be providing enough water to keep this entire thing running. Okay? That's going to be our issue. This thing is going to eat a lot of water. A lot of water. We could theoretically put this thing together in a closed cycle. I'm going to emphasize the theoretically. Now, I'm going to have to go off camera to test that, and that's something I'm going to do tonight, actually, is test if I have a storage system that's capable of outputting enough water and receiving enough water to actually make this thing work. I don't know if I do. Okay, I haven't tried it yet. I could, I might. It's possible. Your guess is honestly as good as mine as to whether I do or don't. I know Railcraft won't work. Railcraft doesn't have enough throughput on its tanks to do it. I may have something with that other mod I have. I may have something with one of my other mods that may let me do it. I don't know. You're getting that this is one of the first times, I think this is the second time I've ever built a nuclear reactor in Reactorcraft. The first one I built went poorly. It didn't blow up or melt down, it just didn't go well. Now, if you noticed, there are no fuel rods, there are no control rods in that reactor that I'm building. Okay? That's honestly because I could put them in there, all right? I honestly could. However, there's not enough space for them as it stands right now. Okay, so I need more base panels. There's not enough space as it stands right now, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm frankly more interested in putting together a system that... I need one more. I'm frankly more interested in putting together something that's not going to, well, cost more resources and space than I actually have. Once I can get that going, once I have some more resources, and I can hear you guys all out there saying, Kess, would you just build a quarry? I don't want to yet, all right? I just don't. I don't want to build a quarry yet. I'm putting it off. I'm delaying it. Crap. So I could do 2. All right. I'm seriously just putting off doing a quarry for right now. I don't want to do it. All right. I understand that most of you guys are out there going, but I just don't. All right. I lose a lot of enjoyment when I don't. All right. So we got ourselves a steam boiler. We got ourselves 1 steam boiler. We're going to need a lot more iron for this. Yeah. Yeah. I really wish there was another way to reduce my iron consumption, but there really just isn't. All right. So I could do blast furnace, H-slate steel scrap, iron. I can do coal, gunpowder, sand, coal coke, rotary craft coal coke. Ooh, okay. So that's what I need to be doing. All right. That works then. All right. So what I might do is I might pause this episode for a few minutes. I know I'm coming pretty close to this wrap-up point, but for right now, I really just want to get this done. So why don't I come back to you guys in a few minutes after I've found some iron in some places, and I actually can get this all set. All right. Be right back. All right, guys. So to wrap this episode up, I think we have enough of this stuff put together that I can actually show you what I want to be doing with this. All right. So let's just jump down onto this thing. And we have our last fuel cores going in. And for anyone who's stupid enough to ask me, Cass, why are you not, filling those up right now? And I made more fuel cores than I had to. Okay. Well, nope, I didn't. Okay. It's like, Cass, why are you making more of these than you have to? Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, as I was saying, for anyone who's questioning why I'm not, just tacking this stuff in right now, that would be because we don't have the capability to really provide power yet, or to provide cooling. Because remember, these things are going to need water, and water is something that we actually don't have. So because of that, we don't have the water hooked up, we don't have any way to use this power, And I'm suspecting I'm going to have to do a little bit more work, either off camera and in future episodes, before we have the resource extraction apparatus necessary to actually get this entire thing running. Namely, because I'm completely out of iron. What you're seeing me putting in right now is the last iron I have. And it gets us about halfway. So I can't complain that much, but it gets us about halfway. All right, so guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. This is the beginning of me setting up my reactor. In the next episode, we're going to work on a way to get myself some more, resources. Because the mod that I've been waiting for has been released, and that means we can finally get started with what I want to do. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Mr. Kassarian. If you enjoyed the episode, give me a like, comment, a subscription. In general, let me know you enjoy what I do and that you're out there somewhere. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all in the next episode. Until that point, happy mining.